Hey everybody, so welcome back to the end of my seed viability test. And while it's only been a second to you, it's actually been 2 weeks, which is probably why I never became a scientist. I don't think good scientists go away on vacation halfway through a field lab. But I had an opportunity to attend a native plant group's field trip to Austin, Texas to see the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center. And it was a great trip, full of flowers and bluebonnets and Texas barbecue and beer, so couldn't pass it up. But anyway, hopefully we can still see how the seeds made out, although I will say what you're about to see could get ugly. Some of these look a little moldy. But basically, I just want to see if any little shoots came out of the seeds, just to see if the seeds that I've been holding on to for a couple of years now are still any good. So, if you remember, we did 10 seeds per packet as a test. Let's check and see. This is my bag with the serrano pepper seeds in it, and let's see what happened. Remember, if we get greater than 8 out of 10, then the seed viability is probably 100%. Less than 5 out of 10 might not be worth it. So let's see what we can make out of among the mold. Oh, looks like we got a pretty good field test here. I don't know if you can see. I'll try to hold it up. But I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like I might even put more than 10 seeds in here, but I did get 10 sprouts from the serrano peppers, and I'll try to hold that up to you so you can get an idea of what you should see, or should have seen, because you probably did yours already. Keep in mind the test was only supposed to be 7 to 10 days, and while we are late in the season, way past when I should have been doing this, for next year, for those of you interested in doing it. So I would say of the serrano seeds, I've got 100%. I can use those. Just goes to show you that even though plant seed packets do come and should come with an expiration date, oftentimes if they're stored properly in a plastic bag in the fridge, you can use them past the expiration year. Yeah, we've got a lot of mold. That's what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 out of 10, I believe that's a go for the poblanos. You can see the seeds are a little different, but you can see the little curlicues coming out of the seeds, and also the disgusting mold. So out of the jalapeno seeds, looks like I've got another 8. And these are the Yankee Bell sweet red peppers. I hope I get good. I love these peppers, so I hope these came out good. How many did I do here? This paper towel's a little strange. Oh yeah, you know, it's funny. You can smell the shoots. They smell like bean sprouts, actually. And I've got almost 100% here. This is going to be good. These are the carrots. Carrots can direct sow, actually. I just wanted to try and see what I got. Looks pretty good on the carrots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to hold this up because I want you, for those of you, I'm sure many of you know this already, carrot seeds are tiny. They can be direct sown. But you really got to keep track of them because they are really small, so you have to mark your rows carefully. What they sell, and I've used before with good success, are tapes. They're like little white, looks almost like if you're a sew or hem tape, and inside are the tiny little seeds, and the tape is biodegradable, so you can actually just stretch it out along a row, cover it to the right depth, and it's way easier to control so you don't have seeds growing on top of each other. With root vegetables, it becomes difficult if you have to go in and thin because the root is the main part, so disrupting any of the root area can kind of mess with your crop there. This one is the Italian Rilegno peppers. Not as what, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's borderline. I think that's 1, 5. 5, so we're just on the borderline with this one. I'll try it. And these are for the mesclun salad. Now, I started volunteering back at the New York Botanical Garden in the Bronx, and I noticed that they have their cool weather crops out already. They're generally 2 weeks ahead of us. I should have these salads probably ready to go if I were going to direct sow, probably now, and they would come up in the next couple of weeks. but I don't. So what I'm thinking is I may do them at the end of the year. So once all the hot weather stuff like tomatoes and peppers are done, I will go in and do my salad vegetables and maybe another crop of carrots. Carrots like it cool. Beets. Oh yeah. And these are all, this is a variety of seeds, so I don't know what's what, but I think the whole packet is good based on that. So I have one more thing to show you, and I'll be right back. So, welcome to my seed starting lab. This is the seedling cabana that was in the box in my basement a couple of weeks ago. As you can see, I decided to bring it upstairs because I am so far behind my original reason for wanting to leave it in the basement, besides the fact that it's not the nicest thing to have in your dining room, is because it was almost Easter and I didn't want to have it sitting out here when I had guests. But Easter's come and gone, so I might as well save myself a trip of going up and down the stairs into the creepy basement. So here's the whole seedling cabana. As you can see, it's got 2 levels and then a 3rd level where you can just keep your stuff. It's sort of out of the way, sort of, but I don't have to put it in front of the window because it's got its own light. Now these are my seed starting trays. They were also in the box in the basement. And as I said before, I'm not going to worry about getting my seeds started in time for the May planting. I'm going to try to stagger my plants. So I'll probably start by cheating a little bit and going over to my local nursery and buying the already started tomatoes and eggplants and anything else that I want to start. And then I'll move these seedlings in later on in the summer. And we usually get a nice long summer here, so I'm sure that I'll be able to keep the crop growing into September, maybe even early October. So there you have it. I'm going to put the seed trays in now that I know that I can use the seeds that I have. I'm going to put them into my seedling cabana. And we'll check back in when the first shoots start coming up. So for those of you who are way ahead of me in their gardening, as you should be, happy planting!